Fear Jayden Daniels could be a potential one-hit wonder?
Nah.
What makes him
I
different?
think he loves the game too much.
But speak to me like from a D&B.
He loves the game too much. You know, you got people that don't love the game. They love what comes with the game. That boy loves the game. Like, he just loves the game. Like,
the NFL world has been turned upside down after former MVP Cam Newton dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves across social media. In a heated debate that has divided fans and experts alike, Newton suggested that Washington Commanders star Jayden Daniels could be the next NFL one-hit wonder. But former Dallas Cowboys legend Dez Bryant just fired back with a defense that has everyone talking. This explosive confrontation has revealed surprising truths about Daniels that even his coaches couldn't keep quiet about. The drama started when Newton appeared on his podcast, Funky Friday, with DC rapper and diehard Commanders fan Whale. Newton didn't hold back, comparing Daniels to former Washington quarterback Robert Griffin III, who had one of the most explosive rookie seasons in NFL history before his career took a dramatic turn. There was nobody who had the game in a chokehold like Robert Griffin III, Newton said during the interview. I see that same thing happening for Jayden, and, you know, being in that community. Do you fear that? Newton's comparison struck a nerve because the parallels are undeniable. Both Griffin and Daniels were selected second overall by Washington, both produced stellar rookie seasons, and both won Offensive Rookie of the Year awards. But after Griffin's devastating knee injury and subsequent struggles, his career never reached those heights again. The interview quickly went viral, sparking intense debate across social media. Whale, representing the voice of long-suffering Commanders fans, pushed back immediately. Nah, he loves the game too much, the rapper responded. You got people that don't love the game. They love what comes with it. That boy loves the game.
Fear Jayden Daniels could
you
be
got
a potential
people that don't love the game. They love what comes with the game. That boy loves
What makes
the game.
him different?
He just loves the game.
But even Whale acknowledged the trauma that Washington fans carry after decades of disappointment. We've got PTSD of not winning for so long, he admitted. We don't even know how to have good things.
Like, we got
Daniels
PTSD of
could
not
be a
winning for so
potential
long. So it's like we
one-hit
don't
wonder.
even know how to have good things.
What
Then,
makes him
just when it seemed like Newton's comments might gain traction, something unexpected happened. An unlikely defender emerged from the most surprising source imaginable. Former Dallas Cowboys star wide receiver Dez Bryant stepped up to defend the Commanders quarterback. Bryant took to social media with a passionate defense that has stunned the NFL community. Jayden Daniels is here to stay. Nothing about how he plays the game of football shows he's a one-hit wonder. Out of all athletic dual-threat QBs who have played the game, Jayden Daniels reads the defense the best. He doesn't rely on his athletic ability, and that's what makes him dangerous. This endorsement carries enormous weight for one simple reason. The rivalry between Dallas and Washington runs deeper than almost any in sports. For a former Cowboys legend to go out of his way to praise a Commanders quarterback is unprecedented. When someone like Bryant defends a rival player, the football world takes notice. More importantly, Bryant's analysis revealed a crucial distinction that most people missed. While RG3 relied heavily on his supreme athletic ability, Daniels has shown something completely different. Remarkable pocket presence and defensive reads that suggest a more sustainable style of play. But here's where the data backs up Bryant's bold claim. There's something else that separates Daniels from other rookie quarterbacks who face the dreaded sophomore slump. The numbers from Daniels' rookie season tell an incredible story. He threw for 3,568 yards and 25 touchdowns with just 9 interceptions, while rushing for 891 yards and 6 scores. He led the Commanders to a 12-5 record and guided them to their first NFC Championship Game appearance in over 30 years. The clutch factor proves Bryant's point about reading defenses over pure athleticism. Daniels had a rookie record 12 touchdown passes in the fourth quarter or overtime during the season. 5 of these occurred within the final 30 seconds of regulation or in overtime. His playoff performance was equally impressive, totaling another 957 yards and 6 touchdowns. He started all 17 games as Washington produced their first winning season since 2016, helping them reach their first NFC Championship game in over 30 years. But there's another area where Daniels shows his cerebral approach to the game, According to CBS Sports writer Zachary Perilis, while Daniels was incredibly accurate outside the pocket, he had an 11.2% off-target rate on throws in the pocket, ranking 25th out of 36 qualifying quarterbacks. However, Perilis noted that, while the misses weren't way off, Daniels did leave some open throws on the field when his mobility wasn't a factor. This statistic actually supports Bryant's argument. Daniels isn't relying on pure athleticism, but is actively working to improve his pocket presence. These aren't just athletic plays. They're cerebral, high-pressure moments where reading the defense matters most. The respect from around the league is undeniable. As one analyst noted, Daniels has earned recognition for his football IQ and ability to perform under pressure. The organization clearly believes in what they have, and they're putting their money where their mouth is. They've made moves to protect their investment, trading for Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil and adding elite weapons like Deebo Samuel. The team has also maintained coaching stability with the same staff returning for Daniels' second season. This coaching continuity creates the perfect environment for sustained success rather than regression. The organizational stability shows they're building something sustainable around their young quarterback, something Griffin never experienced during his tenure in Washington. So as the 2025 season approaches, the debate between Newton and Bryant represents something much bigger than just two former players disagreeing. For Daniels and the Commanders, the answer will determine whether they're building a dynasty or chasing a mirage. What makes this debate even more fascinating is the timing. Newton's concerns come at a moment when expectations for Daniels have never been higher. The NFL has scheduled Washington for 5 primetime games this season, showing their confidence in the team's marketability. But Newton's warning carries weight because he's lived through the pressures of being a dual-threat quarterback in the spotlight. He understands the challenges that come with early success and high expectations. Bryant, however, sees something different in Daniels' approach to the game. His emphasis on defensive reads over pure athleticism suggests a quarterback who can evolve with the league rather than be figured out by it. As the season approaches, the football world will be watching closely to see which vision proves correct. The truth is that Daniels has already accomplished something remarkable. He's united Cowboys and Commanders fans in believing he's special. What do you think? Is Cam Newton right to worry about Jayden Daniels becoming a one-hit wonder? Or is Dez Bryant spot on that Daniels is here to stay? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Will Daniels prove the doubters wrong or fall victim to the sophomore slump? And don't forget to subscribe for more NFL insider news and hit that notification bell so you never miss the latest drama from around the league.
We have some breaking news rippling throughout the land of the NFL. What we've been anticipating for what feels like months now is finally going to happen. According to the NFL Network insiders, Aaron Rodgers is finally heading to Pittsburgh. I'm Omar Reese, and one of those insiders, Tom Pelissero, is here. Tom, break it down for us. How did this happen and why now?
Well, you're right, Omar. This is something that the Steelers had been focused on for months. And as much as Aaron Rodgers
is now a Pittsburgh Steeler, but here's the thing. Vegas still isn't impressed. How does a team land Rodgers, Metcalf, and Ramsey and get treated like nothing's changed? Something doesn't add up. Rodgers' one-year deal with Pittsburgh sent shockwaves through the league after an up-and-down season with the Jets, where he tallied nearly 3,900 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 picks. Many thought his twilight was here. But Mike Tomlin saw an opportunity. Rodgers, even in year 21, still has the arm talent, decision-making, and football IQ that most quarterbacks would kill for. The Steelers clearly think they're just a quarterback away. You'd think Vegas would shift. Instead, they doubled down on mediocrity. The 8.5 win total puts Pittsburgh right back in the middle of the pack. And with odds makers only favoring them in 6 games this season, there's hesitation everywhere. Even Rodgers' presence hasn't moved the needle. Super Bowl odds are unchanged. In other words, Rodgers isn't seen as a savior, just another aging star in a franchise with too many unknowns. It's not just Rodgers. Pittsburgh traded George Pickens and brought in DK Metcalf to be the WR1. Metcalf brings elite speed, strength, and red zone prowess. He's a physical mismatch for nearly every defensive back. But he's also learning a new system with a new quarterback in a new city. Chemistry isn't instant. Then came the injury to tight end Donald Parham Jr., who was expected to be a safety net for Rodgers. With him out for the season, the team is pursuing veteran Jonnu Smith. It's another smart but reactionary move. The offense is talented, but volatile, like a puzzle missing a few edge pieces. Rodgers was solid in New York, but not spectacular. His 2024 numbers were good, but not MVP caliber. And at 41, the margin for error is razor thin. His mobility is limited, injuries are a constant threat, and his fit in Arthur Smith's system remains untested. There's no guarantee the offensive scheme will align with Rodgers' strengths, which lean toward improvisation and control at the line.
First-round pick of the Bears, and now Rodgers sits down. A loss of 10 on the play, and hopefully the Jets are thinking that's the only loss on that play.
Some critics argue that Rodgers doesn't have the same urgency he once did. The fire's dimmer, the drive different. Others think this is the perfect storm, a future Hall of Famer on a prove-it deal with a chip on his shoulder and nothing to lose. One more season to rewrite the ending. The Steelers weren't done making noise. They added lockdown corners Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay, plus linebacker Malik Harrison. Those are names that scream experience and playmaking ability. But defense is about chemistry as much as talent. And they also lost safety Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of their most consistent performers over the past 5 seasons.
New this year, and after spending 3 years with the Rams, the former first-round pick of the Bears, and now Rodgers sits down.
The Steelers' defense might be elite, or it might take half a season to gel. In a division stacked with offensive firepower, that's a dangerous gamble. So what's the holdup? It comes down to 4 things: age, chemistry, fit, and competition. Rodgers is 41. Metcalf is new. The offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, hasn't proven he can tailor a system around a quarterback like Rodgers. And the AFC North is arguably the toughest division in football. The Ravens are still rolling with Lamar Jackson. The Bengals are healthier and more experienced. Even the Browns with Deshaun Watson back are a threat. Nothing about this Steelers team screams clear favorite. And yet, there's something brewing in Pittsburgh. You can feel it. A sense that this team, written off by sports books and talking heads, might be more dangerous because of it. Rodgers thrives when doubted. Tomlin's made a career out of keeping the team competitive when no one expected it. Could they pull this off again? Let's look at the odds. The win total is 8.5. Their Super Bowl chances are set at plus 4,500 at BetMGM, plus 4,400 at FanDuel. Their playoff odds are at plus 145. And for the division, AFC North, they sit at plus 600. Those are long shot numbers. They're saying Pittsburgh might flirt with the playoffs but won't do real damage. But what if the odds makers are wrong? What if this is the season where everything finally clicks, the veterans show up, and the locker room rallies behind one of the most polarizing leaders in NFL history? Stranger things have happened. This is still the same league where Nick Foles became a Super Bowl MVP, where Tom Brady left New England at 43 and won a title in Tampa. The NFL script is never predictable. Mike Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. The franchise hasn't sniffed a title in over a decade. Bringing in Rodgers was a swing-for-the-fences move, but that swing comes with pressure. There's tension behind the scenes. T.J. Watt reportedly wants a new deal. The receiving core, beyond Metcalf, is shaky, and with rumors of Pittsburgh chasing even more offensive firepower, like Tyler Boyd, it's clear the front office knows this roster isn't finished yet. And then there's the elephant in the room: legacy. Rodgers doesn't want to go out like this, not after the way it ended in Green Bay, not after a forgettable year in New York. He's chasing that final chapter, the one that cements his status, the one that quiets the critics, the one that proves he still has the juice. Rodgers knows better than anyone how fast the NFL moves. One moment you're the savior, the next you're the scapegoat. He's not just playing for Pittsburgh, he's playing to show he can still control the game. And while the arm strength may not be what it was in 2011, the mind, that's sharper than ever. He's one of the smartest players to ever touch a football. Give him time, and he'll make a defense pay. The question is whether the Steelers can buy him that time.
And Rodgers, that is caught
If Jonnu Smith doesn't work out, the team might need to get aggressive. Don't be surprised if the Steelers make a midseason trade or bring in another pass catcher. They're all in on this year, and that means every option is on the table. Pittsburgh knows this isn't a 5-year rebuild. It's a 1-year shot. There's also a growing belief that Rodgers is mentoring the locker room more than people think. Behind closed doors, younger players have praised his film sessions, his attention to detail, and his leadership. He's not just here to throw a football. He's here to leave a mark. If he brings the locker room together, that's worth just as much as a deep ball. For Pittsburgh to beat the odds, they need Rodgers and Metcalf to click instantly. Jonnu Smith or another tight end must become a legitimate threat. The offensive line has to protect Rodgers at all costs. The defense must gel and stay healthy. And Tomlin and Smith have to craft a system that maximizes Rodgers without overloading him. That's a lot to ask, especially in a division where every team got better this offseason. This is the real question. We've seen legends go out with a bang Tom Brady in Tampa or a whimper Joe Namath with the Rams. Rodgers could fall into either category. If he returns to form and Metcalf plays like a top 5 receiver, Pittsburgh could be dangerous. But if he slows down or the chemistry doesn't build fast enough, this experiment could fall apart by Week 10. Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers was one of the biggest shocks of the offseason, and yet the reaction has been strangely muted. That's because it's not just about names, it's about timing, fit, and expectations. Rodgers might be the final piece of a puzzle, or he might be a reminder that sometimes the big splash doesn't ripple. If you think Rodgers can still cook, hit that like button. If you think this experiment's doomed from the start, drop a comment and let us know why. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest NFL stories this season.
Kelce to the 30-yard line. A perfect play for Patrick Mahomes to set the Chiefs' record for most passing yards.
Travis Kelce has just delivered a performance that defies belief, and what's been revealed has left NFL observers across the country stunned. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end stands as one of the most influential players in professional football, making his recent personal announcements particularly devastating to witness. The revelation involves not only his catastrophic admission of personal failure, but also the complete transformation of his relationship priorities during a crucial career phase, prompting the entire football community to finally acknowledge this systematic breakdown after witnessing one of the most shocking veteran player revelations in recent memory. The context begins with Kelce's unexpected confirmation that he will return for another NFL season, where he was expected to celebrate his decision, but instead delivered earth-shattering evidence of deep personal disappointment and relationship complications. The 35-year-old veteran recently faced the reality of feeling like he failed his team during February's crushing 40-20 Super Bowl defeat to the Philadelphia Eagles, and announced his intention to prove himself despite his advancing years and mounting external pressures. This inflammatory admission escalated concerns, particularly when Kelce acknowledged that continuing his career wasn't a very tough decision, despite the heartbreaking personal assessment of his championship performance. The NFL world has been following Kelce's legendary career trajectory for an extended period, recognizing what his elite performance represents for championship expectations and organizational success. Kelce expressed determination to bounce back from the devastating Super Bowl loss while admitting he didn't feel like it was his last game because he has a lot more to prove in professional football, raising fundamental questions about veteran leadership. Who exactly continues playing after admitting personal failure during the sport's biggest stage? The organization wants to ensure fans understand that championship pursuit requires systematic improvement through deliberate preparation and mental resilience rather than external validation. The personal failure admission provides crucial context because Kelce's self-assessment cannot be viewed as simple competitive disappointment or standard veteran reflection. Kelce serves as the Chiefs' primary offensive weapon, expected to deliver championship-level performance, implementing elite receiving skills alongside veteran leadership that teammates rely on during crucial moments. The tight end designed his career around championship excellence and clutch performance delivery, making his personal responsibility admission particularly damaging to his competitive identity and team dynamics. Kelce recently revealed his complete disappointment with his championship performance in a particularly devastating statement that exposed his systematic self-criticism.